Hello, ladies. Hello, gentlemen. Welcome to Ton Real Talk. Really happy to have you with us today. We have insane guests, but yeah, let's go, to have a quick round of introduction. Mikey, you are our guest today. So the floor is yours. Who you are, what are you doing, buddy?
No, first of all, thank you for having me. Zenith, Julian, thanks for hosting. Angela, who I believe is sick a little bit, thank you for setting this up for me. My name is Mickey. I am the owner of a company called Introduction.com and Arcadia. We've been around for the last 6 years, helping the largest companies like Polymarket go to market. And right now, we're just building amazing networks. So great to be here.
Nice. We have an OG with us today. So that's good to be here. I hope you will drop a lot of alpha, what's happening in Eve Denver. But yeah, we'll come back to that. Dennis, my buddy?
Well, of course, thank you for that introduction, Mikey. Some of you may know me as Zenith, some of you may know me as Dennis. I'm the head of community at Tom Foundation. I'm very happy that we're doing our third episode of Tom Real Talk. There is a lot that we're going to cover in this episode, a lot of guests, a lot of people are going to be speaking. And I think there's going to be a lot of very interesting and exciting topics.
Indeed, bro. So on my side, Julian, aka Froggy, but yeah, you have done the two, your surname and your name at the same time. So I will learn from you, Dennis, and next time I will put the both on the screen. So basically today, I will present to you the agenda. So first of all, we'll cover what is happening in East Denver and what Angela also has been working, and Mikey also will give us some fresh insight about that. Then we'll invite some special guests with Sahil, our ecosystem manager, also that will speak about the different activation that we have, the AI agent tooling Bounty, but we'll also present to you some stuff regarding gateway, how you can get ticket, crypto, fiat, everything covered. After that, we'll invite our vice president of payment, Nicola, to talk about some crazy stuff. I don't want to share that with you right now. And at the end, I think the community is really excited, but we'll have Larry. I never managed to pronounce your project, but I love it. Bryop, and excuse me if I pronounce it well this time. But yeah, then they will present also what they have. So let's go into it. What happened during Eve Denver? So maybe, to turn the mic here, we can have you, Mikey, to explain, how it is from your side, and then I will share what happened on our side.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to take your thunder, man. But we did an amazing event with Angela and Ton at the Ritz-Carlton, very, very private bespoke dinner where we got a bunch of TradFi executives in the room, people from some of the largest banks in the world like JP Morgan and a variety of other the top foundations, institutions in crypto. And so overall, I would say the vibes in Denver from like a retail sentiment are definitely low, right? Everyone knows the quote, price action is the best marketing. And same thing with conferences. When price is down, volume's down, liquidity is down, the people who are just there to like collect don't really show up. But for me and myself, or Zenith and Julian and Angela, who are all building, I think it was really valuable. It's a lot easier to go through the noise and actually like network, have dinner with, shoot the shit with builders who are really passionate about what they're doing, instead of like all of the crazy hype cycle. Does that make sense?
Of course. Yeah, I always say that, okay, of course, beer market are tough for the portfolio, right? But beer market are really good, to also filter the real builders, because some people are here, for the hype and to serve the hype, and then they leave, and others are really here for conviction, and they don't care about its beer or bull market. They just stay because they believe in the ecosystem and they believe on the product that they are building, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And in markets like these, people are really focused on shipping products. They're not really focused on big announcements or catalyst or any of the, vanity metrics. And so it's about planting seeds, right? And it's much easier to do a lot of intensive R&D, ship products, etc., when noise is at an all-time low. And if you're trying to do partnerships or raise funding or raise capital, you're working with people who they aren't as busy, so you can get more stuff done way quicker. Yeah,
exactly. Oh, totally. And how was the dinner, by the way, that you had with Tom? people who are excited about Ton from your perspective, because we might be biased. We are excited about our own ecosystem. We work here. We love it. We love the community. But it's also good to have your feedback here to also give us, some insight about how the US people are also exchanging or thinking about a Ton.
Yeah, absolutely. So the for everyone watching, we had a very private dinner. It was only 30 people, and the whole goal was bring top Web2 executives into the same room with top Web3 executives. And so we diversified the crowd as much as possible. And that's what our company introduction.com does. So basically who we had in the room on the Web2 side, we had representatives from JP Morgan, we had representatives from Fidelity, we had representatives from Nuvei Bank. So you're talking about like banks that have millions of customers globally. And then on the Web3 side, we had a bunch of different foundations, whether it was Stellar, Sui, and all of these guys. And they were hounding Angela. They're like, hey, you guys have unlocked something that we've never been able to unlock, and that's distribution and user acquisition, right? Because Ton is operating as like this distribution channel for the world's largest networking app. None of these other chains have this. None of these other crypto projects have this. And so they see like what Angela and Ton is doing, and they're like, man, you guys have cracked the code on community. And so I saw a lot of people approaching Ton just trying to figure out like, hey, like how do we work together? How can we get some of these users using our products?
That's crazy to hear that, because what you just mentioned is actually what I am trying to say to people. It's that, okay, it's good to have a good product, but then you need to associate distribution to your product. And it doesn't come from me, but it's come from you. And I'm really happy to hear that. For us, at least for me also, I would say that sometimes I explain to the people like Telegram is like the Trojan horse, and in the Trojan horse, you have Ton inside. And then boom, the world is open.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a great way to put it.
Now,
Cool.
I can definitely say that I am quite jealous, and I do wish I would have attended these events myself, actually. Honestly,
Dubai.
I think
Dubai.
Wow, of course, we do have Dubai. That's just around the corner with the gateway coming literally in a couple of months' time. However, attending the events in the US and speaking to the US community and audience and investors, builders, and such, let's say, large institutions is always very interesting. It's good to hear their opinion and see how we can better act to enter the US market even stronger. But Julian,
Totally.
I think you wanted to give some updates on your end as well.
Yeah, because I am not in Denver. You are not in Denver, Zenith, but we are hyped to understand what is happening there. So Angela, even if she's sick, I've shared with us a small recap that I wanted also to share with you, because it's full of learnings. Some we already know, but I wanted to share that with you. So as Mikey just said, Angela had a lot of discussions, right, with exchanges, protocol, chains, infrastructure. That's good. But also with US institutions on top of banks. So she's chilling Ton in the right way. And so we can be proud of her. And we can also just wait that she come back Monday in good health. It is good to note that Ton has a lot of interest also from investors and VCs. That really help us to expand the institutional awareness of Ton, the Ton ecosystem, but at the same time, the US expansion. And that's the goal of the US hub that we have. On top of that, we are all on Twitter, right? So we might see the trends that are happening, but from the ground, what discussions are happening there? So obviously, it won't surprise you at all, but I wanted to share that we are all working on the good direction, either with the noise that we see digitally, but what the discussions physically also are sharing. So a lot is happening around AI agent infrastructure. That's good. We are working on that. Prediction markets, you haven't missed, the huge trend about that is not going to stop. We'll have some alpha in the future, so keep watching what we are doing. Data infrastructure, because with all these products, you need to be data oriented at some point to see what is working, what not, how to connect also with the real world, the oracles, things like that. Super important. And obviously, institutional Oracle infrastructure to connect Web 2 and Web 3 to have the data from Web 2 and play with it in the Web 3 world, and vice versa at some point. Super important and critical. and obviously tokenization of infrastructure. So it can be real world asset tokenization, but also other stuff, right? So that's really interesting to see the focus that is happening there, and to see that, yeah, what we see online is really translated by the discussion that people, that Angela and Mikey had at Eve Denver. The last thing that I guess for me is really important is the discussion that we have with the universities. And I just wanted to share some stuff with you, and maybe Dima, you can put my screen up quickly. Angela also had cool discussions with universities, and I wanted to share with you that if you are in the US, we have two events that are happening right now. So we'll share that in the comments, or after the podcast. But you can see here, super simple to check, ton event on Luma. And the first one will be this month in 3 days. So Monday in New York at Cornell Tech. It's free. You can join, and Angela will delight you. And the second one is close to New York, Princeton, New Jersey. So you just have to travel just a little bit. It will be at Princeton University, and that to show you that if you are a student, blockchain is for you. Obviously, young people really enjoy innovation and tech. But if you are a school, a university, we would love also to talk to you. So that's it for my side. And I think now we can really thanks Meiki for coming, because I know that you are busy. I don't know if you want to share any updates from introductions. The floor is yours.
No. I'll keep it super brief because I got to run to the airport. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you to Angela. I really hope you feel better. Yeah, introduction.com. Go check it out. It's really cool. Follow me on Twitter, or X, I guess it's called now, MH3 NFT. I'll give you a follow back. And yeah, you guys are super kind. Thank you for having me, and hope to see you guys soon.
Mikey, thank you very much, my friend.
Yeah.
Have a safe flight.
Yep. Thanks.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So now we have the great and the beautiful Sahil, Dennis, no?
Yeah, for some very interesting topics of discussion.
Yeah.
Sahil, better be ready, boy.
Hello.
Whoa.
There he is.
Long time no see.
I know, it's been a day.
How you been?
How are you doing, Sahil?
Doing good. Great Friday afternoon here where I am in Lisbon, and super excited about the topic today and all the things that we're kind of building and developing, and how all of that basically comes to Gateway. So very excited about the topic, and would love to share what I have in mind. Do you have any questions, or should
I think before we jump straight into the topic, why don't you just introduce yourself a little bit for
Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm Sahil Massey. I work as it says Strategy Ecosystem Manager, but it's Strategic Ecosystem Manager for Dawn Foundation. And currently our job is to ensure that any kind of tooling that is being built for this new vision that we have gets adopted by all our partners and all the ecosystem projects that are building on Dawn. And to kind of give a bit of a summary of what really is going on in Dawn, we have a very major focus now to ensure that we can provide tooling for developers, builders, and founders to be able to quickly spin up mini apps, so that they don't have to focus on the core infra logic, and all the core logic is basically unified across all the apps, and they can quickly just spin up mini apps, work on products, and grow their business. So yeah, that's what I'm focusing on, and would love to share more about this topic.
I mean, yeah, we dropped some of these news yesterday, didn't we? With the release of the Alpha App Kit, and of course the wallet kit in itself. I think definitely reducing the amount of time that developers spend on infrastructure is extremely important for them to ship products a lot faster. And I think with the most recent narrative that's popped up in the last month, it's going to get even faster.
Yep. You're talking about the agents.
Correct.
Yep. Well, we are already, Dawn Tech has released the MCP for Dawn agents. So that will allow agents to just interact natively with blockchains. And, in the past month, I was just checking these statistics. Telegram is I mean, it's basically the biggest social media platform where AI agents exist. In the last month alone, we had over 1 million AI bots that were created on Telegram, thanks to OpenClaw and all the other, technologies that are being launched out there. And now we've launched this thing called AI Dev Wall, which is more like a space where builders can share their experiments, toolings, and approaches. And I think, in my opinion, that's like the right kind of direction where you encourage visibility and collaboration across like multiple solutions, rather than just formally recognizing or promoting just one kind of tooling. So I'm going to share the link with you guys if you don't have it already, and it'd be great if we can also post it on X, so builders can essentially join and see what's really happening in.
So I
yeah,
just actually shared it into the chat
perfect.
already
Thank
on
you.
the X chat.
Thank you so much.
So I guess what's if I were a user. So first of all, the people that are watching right now, you are lucky because you have two diggers with Zenith and Sahil, and two AI explorer, if you can say that, right? These two guys are always excited. When we speak, when we speak, or when we used to spoke about AI internally, and they are always trying to lead also the initiative with the dev team and so on. So you have the right people here, but what can you share with us, or can you maybe summarize, why we did this initiative, and what is this initiative, and obviously how people can join, because if I am not wrong, people can still participate, right?
Yeah, 100%. It's been on for a while. We were, of course, like promoting it for a while, and I'd still like to talk, tell developers to participate in it. And we have fast grants that we're giving for agent tooling on Ton for $10,000. And Monday, 23rd Feb is the last date for it. And I think the beauty of this is that the AI developer community will select the best AI agent tooling built on Ton rather than us selecting it, and allocate 10K into like fast grants. And this is more like a rapid round for like lightweight reviews and fast decisions, and just quick payouts. The goal is very simple, just to kind of bootstrap this experimentation and identify like the strongest builders ahead of the much larger competition that will be coming soon, which I don't want to talk about it because I'm not going to give this alpha, but I guess I have revealed alpha. So anyway, now we're currently, if you look at just this competition, we're looking at like agent SDKs and frameworks, on-chain agent infrastructure, developer utilities for agents-driven applications, and agent-to-agent communications. And in the link that Dennis has shared right now, you can find all the details there and participate if you're an AI dev. So that's on the on-chain, that's on the agent tooling side that is happening.
Yep.
Things that I can say. But
Well, actually, so today, Anthony has also released the details in terms of criteria on the AI dev wall, right? I made a quick post about it on Tom community for everyone wondering, because previously there wasn't really a submission form, and so tomorrow that will be put forward through the AI dev wall. So you have to make sure that you're in AI dev wall. That's where the submission form will appear. That's where you go. That's where you submit your tooling. There's a $10,000 AI agent tooling bounty, right? That will be judged on Monday, as Sahil said, with the AI community together inside of the dev wall. But the criteria that was released, let me just go line by line, was the expert jury assessment of the solution's product market fit. Very technical implementation. So is it elegant? Is it secure? Right. I think the security part is extremely important here, because that's also been one of the main topics that's been raised within this AI agent narrative that's been formed, is the security, because a lot of people are giving access to their personal information by talking to the agents, but also installing them natively on their laptops or computers. And I think the last criteria is the community usability, because at the end of the day, this is for the community.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it, because you want a space where decentralization is where we're moving towards decentralization, where actual builders who see value, who understand what value is of those toolings, they can vote for what the best tooling is. So I think it's a brilliant initiative. So yeah, if you are a dev, please go through it, participate, and join in the movement.
Yeah. honestly, there's been so many tools and cool things that have already been posted in this AI dev pool in just a week. It's actually crazy what happens when the community gets together and just builds, right? Honestly, if there are people out there right now, if you haven't explored AI agents, please do. You don't want to miss out, but also be careful around security. So make sure you watch the right guides. But if you're already exploring, like myself, I know Julian is, of course, Sahil is, right? Get into this AI dev pool. Take a look at the tools I've built. They've built some really, really cool ones. You can even have your AI agents use them too, right? And honestly, it's improved my workflow on the personal things that I'm doing on my own, the mini apps that I'm building. It's really, really helped. They've launched some. I saw that yesterday. Even there was Dan from our team launched a interesting GitHub, right? That helps. That gives your agent tips on how to build Telegram mini apps in a really good way as well. So there is a lot of really cool stuff in there. Take a look at Teleton. Literally, Teleton is you can have your agent have a Telegram account, and that agent is able to do things inside of Telegram that a normal account is able to do. So it's not like when you're talking to your bot through, the one you created with Podfather, you're literally going to be able to have your agent in a Telegram account. So it's the same as when on X before they banned it, that you could have your AI agent actually create a X page and have them post on there. That's not possible anymore. Nikita decided not to do it. You can do the same thing here on Telegram using Teleton. And I think that opens up a lot more possibilities.
True.
Crazy days.
Yep. And also, like, if you use OpenClaw, I've been like toying with it, I think for like since the time it kind of came out. And thankfully, I didn't install any, skills because there were a lot of hacks and stuff. It's amazing what it can do, and especially when you give it like a browser view, its own email ID, its own GitHub. Man, this thing is going and literally like getting. It can scrape data for you. It can, and you can see it live. You can have a view of it where you see this thing doing it for you while you're eating your ramen or something, and that's just. I mean, it just blew my mind. I'm like, look at my employee. So I think we're building like the layer of the employee that will work for you, and it's an amazing time because people think that it's. I've realized that a lot of people who are technically driven, they feel that, oh well, you've already kind of missed the boat. But the more and more time I spend, I see that there's so much development that needs to be happening in this front, from the skills development standpoint, just from a tooling development standpoint, and this is the right time because now it's reached a point where your agents are trading on Polymarket. Your agents are doing cross-chain swaps. Everything can be done by your agent, and there are so many areas that still need development. And if you think you're late to the boat, I think you're completely missing the point. I think you're way early. You're probably one of the 1% category if you're thinking you're late. So please ensure that if you are toying with these ideas, you can literally, even if you're not a dev in today's world, you can go to Cursor and just start developing tooling. That's not you still need some dev oversight, but still you can do that. So it's just the start of a very long era that we almost are, a very small percentage of people who are playing with this. So yeah, please join in. See how you can
And even at home, when I am trying to play, I try to do crazy stuff. I love to cook, so I try to do a cooking battle mini app that we can use at home. But even the daughter of my wife, when she take a look at what I am doing and say, "Oh, Julian, can I do like an anime mini app where the AI I will say, okay, today it's raining. I have this hero and this counter hero, and I want them to fight." I say, "Yes, of course." And now I'm playing with her, even 10 years old. It's crazy. We have to take care, obviously, to teach her how to do it and things like that. The security reason. That's why we are adults to help them. But it's a crazy tool to express your creativity because I guess before I am a total noob when it comes to development, right? But I have so much crazy ideas, and most of them are total shit. Sorry for my French, but sometimes you feel frustrated because you cannot express your ideas. And now with AI, you don't have any excuses to do that, right?
True.
Actually, that's so interesting. Now that you've said that, I think the word creator has now become even broader. Before creator was an artist, then you became a social media creator, and now you can express yourself as a developer as well, but not needing to be, I guess, know the full stack of everything exactly, but maybe at least a high level overview.
Yeah, the threshold
Times are
to
really changing.
sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
No, I was saying the threshold to building things is, and the time to kind of ship things is reducing so much. And I'm a non-technical person, but as you kind of keep dabbling in the space, you realize that, um, I mean, I built a full-fledged app, man, called Habit Build, just for me to track my habits and stuff. And I built it in like 4 hours flat. I used Replit, and I was just surprised by, it did look like one of those vibe coded apps, and the design and everything. So I think there is where development needs to happen. But you kind of see that you can have an idea, and over a weekend you can just build everything end to end. So even if you have like a crypto idea, or you find a gap in the market, you can just go in and find all these different kind of toolings which exist. And then you might get stuck where you're like, oh shit, why don't I have this kind of MCP, or why don't I have this kind of skill for, let's say, some kind of crypto swap or some other thing. Well, you can build that and
Yeah.
probably get a bounty or a grant for it. And if your skill is amazing, people will be using it. And even though you're a non-dev, you can just get so popular in the space, because that is something which is required. So you can, as you're building, figure out the gaps and fill those gaps, which is an amazing thing, which I don't think ever existed like 2 years back also. Like
Yeah,
that
that is so true. Actually, you could literally upload your skill into your AI agent. I wonder if somebody's going to come along and create a store for skills, so it won't always be open
There is
source.
something already. Somebody is creating like an NFT, NFTs associated with skills, and then you can sell, buy, and exchange the NFTs, and you import the skills differently. I need to dig a little bit more, but it's coming indeed.
Yeah.
Wow.
And also, like, for open core, I think there's just like numerous skills. It's just like exploding every
Yeah,
day.
yeah. There is Claw Hub.
With crypto, I think there could be a great thing to have a page where there are skills of, like, for different kind of use cases. That's a great
Yeah.
idea, to be honest. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Yes,
So
just
thank you,
writing it down.
Sahil. We could talk all days about that because it's exciting, and I think you feel the passion here when we are talking about that. Just to answer also to Didust, Diff AI, dude, it's crazy. Imagine AI agent that can go for you and take your tone or your SDT and try to fit to check and invest into the better yield. It could be crazy. I think that's something maybe less risky than trading, because we have seen a lot of AI agents losing it all. But maybe with yields and pool and adding liquidity or stake, maybe it could be more interesting. So I would love to see you building some stuff maybe for the AI tooling bounty that we are doing. But yeah, Sahil, thank you for coming. We have a lot of guests today. It was a pleasure. I hope you will come back. I'm sure you will come back.
Thank you so much. Just one quickly thing I want to add to Dida's Def AI's thought, and then I'll bounce off without taking a lot of time. I don't like quote me on this, but I love DeFi. But you know what I hate? Just learning so much and going to like different pages and understanding what different kind of terminologies mean, finding the right kind of pools, doing all of that stuff. I don't need to know all of this if an AI agent can do that for me. So imagine the value unlock that Def AI can have. I mean, you can click a few buttons and then an agent is working for you. That is what real onboarding would look like. Because right
Yeah.
now, only people who are serious and want to go in, they have to learn and spend time and understand and then find those, hunt APYs everywhere, hunt pools. Why should I do that? My agent would be doing that. So I think this is the start of like DeFi was built for AI agents.
Totally.
So I think it's going to be a very, very big category. Yeah, well, guys, I think I'm not going to take a lot of time. There were a lot of different updates around AppKit and stuff, but I think people already have that, and maybe we could do another one and talk more about that. Thank you so much for having me, Zenith, Julian.
Thank you, Sahil. Enjoy your
Thank you very
weekend
much,
and
Sahil.
enjoy Lisbon. Send us some sun from Lisbon. See
I
you,
will,
bro.
sir. Beautiful here. See you. Bye.
I
Thank you,
know
Sahil.
you are
Have a
lucky
good
to
day.
be there. Dima, can you please share my screen quickly? Because we are going also to share with you an important moment, not only for us, but for you as a community, right? Because we all work and spend most of our day digitally, right? But we are all human beings for now. We are not replaced by AI agents so far. I hope it will never be the case, but so far we are always here, breathing, eating, and drinking. So we have this amazing event, Ton Gateway. It's not the Ton Foundation event, it's the Ton ecosystem and family and community event. So if you are building on Ton, if you're a builder, a developer, a creator, or just a curious, you need to be there. And we have worked so much, to have different ways for you to take your tickets. So this one has been just launching this week. It's Moongate. So you can explore that. I think we can share also the different links on the comments. And basically, so as you can see here, I had a lot, I was not shaved before, but forget this photo. And here you can buy some different tickets. So the early bird one and the general admission one. And so basically, when you take here, when you click here, you go here, so you can directly connect. So let me just connect quickly with my email. Okay, and when you are connected here, you can just buy a ticket, and it's really up to you. You are more a Web2 guy and you don't have any crypto, you click on fiat and Stripe, you buy it, easy. You are a crypto guy, that I hope 99 or 100% of the people are here, boom, you can directly, buy. I won't speak about the two words that you are looking here, because it's coming and someone more expert than me will speak around that. But as you can see, you can pay either on Ton, with Ton, or USDT. So if you are a crypto native, you don't have any excuse to not come to Gateway. The other one, let me go with this one, is the classic way, right? So it's Luma. You can directly buy within Luma. And let me try to do something, because we know that our friends in CIS had a lot of issues also to buy their tickets and to pay their ticket where they are. So we have, let me just stop sharing this screen. Sorry?
We have tribute. We have tribute.
Exactly. Well. That's exactly
but
what
But the problem here is that we can't share the screen of just the mini app. It's
look,
you have to share.
I think, Dima, if
unless
you can
you make
share
it work, if you make it work. But
I think, look.
Wow. What?
Yeah.
It didn't do it for me. It didn't want to.
Easy. But, it's
we have to mention
a bit in French. But you can see here, so you can pay either, with your credit card or with crypto, but it doesn't show here. But normally you can also pay with rubles. So if you are
you can, after the selection of the card, you can go through it and you select which currency you want to pay, which would be USD, Euro, or rubles, as well as, there you go, see? Perfect. There you go, if you wanted to do that. And you could do the same then with USDT on your custodial wallet. So the difference here is, and why we have multiple different, at least ways for getting the ticket, is that started off with Luma for normal fiat payments. We have Tribute for ruble, other fiat payments, but also for custodial wallets, such as Wallet in Telegram. And then we also have Moongate. And with Moongate, we've got fiat, as well as non-custodial, or self-custody wallet payments with Ton and USDT going through Ton Pay, which I think is a very good segment to bring on our friend Nicola.
Yep. I hope he's here, but because we know he is busy. But do we have the legend with us?
I think he should be, yeah.
Suspense, expectations. Dima, do we have Nicola with us? Whoa.
Hello.
Hey.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Wow, look at you. Prepared. That's what I call a fat microphone.
Yes, I mean, I need to be ready for Ton Talk, to make sure that we're giving the best performance to our audience.
You seems like an OG creator, Nicola. Do you have a past that you are hiding to us?
I wish. I wish. I'm not as creative as as I would like to be, and I would definitely wanted to, if I could, just create NFTs and live somewhere on a beach.
That
I
would be
think
the
that's
dream.
that is the dream for a lot of people in the space. Just create some NFTs and live on the beach and have a nice community.
Yeah, it doesn't
But I
have to
think
be
you've
a
been
fancy beach. It's a normal beach is fine as well. Okay.
yeah, that's fine. Come to Dubai, Habibi. There's
Yeah,
a lot
why
of
not?
beaches.
Maybe.
Maybe one day, but I think you've been building something a lot cooler, right? And a lot more useful. Why don't you take us through it?
Yeah, so first of all, thanks so much for having me on the show. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Nikola Placic. I'm leading payments at the Tom Foundation. And in my role, I'm responsible for setting the vision, strategy, and then working with developers and important projects that can really kind of transform our ecosystem. And as part of this kind of ongoing work and effort, we've been collaborating with one of the kind of very talented dev shops in the space called R Squad, who helped us really build a crypto commerce solution for enabling Ton users to spend their assets directly. So what do I mean by this? When I joined Tom Foundation like May last year, one of the things which struck me is like there's no easy way to kind of spend your assets. Okay, we just missed this like native Ton crypto commerce button. There was all these different gateways that you can integrate, custom this and that, but we wanted to make this process as simple as possible. So if you're a merchant and you are looking to have an easy way to integrate Ton in your checkout system, whether it's a Telegram mini app or a website surface, we have a solution for you. It's a simple SDK in its current form. It's just enabling you to accept assets on Ton. But we have a lot of plans. Okay, we want to really address some of the things in customer journey that I think I've seen many for over many years in payments work on kind of improving and enabling the growth of these solutions. So what I mean by this, like currently in most of these crypto solutions, you have like 6, 7, 8 steps. So we need to get this down to only a couple of steps to make sure that the consumer sees this as a comparative effort or a comparative to existing kind of payment solutions where it's 2-click with any of the X Space, whether using Apple or Android phone. And also like we need to deliver some of these quality of life improvements that eliminate the need for maybe gas. Who thinks about two currencies when making a purchase? I certainly don't, and I only do that in the context of crypto and Web3. So we're excited. This is beginning of the journey. We launched kind of with Moongate for the Tom Gateway tickets, and we are in conversations with a number of big and interesting partners in the space who are either kind of native e-commerce solutions or some type of streaming services or even big merchant platforms. Thank you for sharing that. That is like this is like we have an early form access where you can register your interest, and then we'll be kind of taking the time to go for the list and reach out to everybody who is interested. So this is the first thing that will hopefully be one of the many that we will discuss over the months and years. I'm excited to kind of finally get it off the ground, and hopefully by Gateway we'll have a lot more stories to tell on this topic.
Well, no, thank you for that, Nicola. Right. I do want to ask a couple of questions around TomPay because I have had some people ask me in the community and I think the main thing what I have seen, what the feedback from the community is that they don't understand why TomPay is needed, right? For them, they maybe, at the beginning I was maybe similar as well. I didn't understand why TomPay was needed because I was like, well, we have Tom Connect, well, Tom Wallet Connect, right? You can just transfer Tom, we can do that already. So I think maybe an explanation as to why vendors need TomPay is really what's needed.
Yeah, so like for P2P transaction, you don't need any of this, right? So it just works with Tom Connect, and I believe we announce some other comparable solutions or process announcing. So I'm not going to do anything on live TV. But yeah, for that you don't need an SDK; it just works. But if you're trying to create a merchant storefront and accept Ton as or kind of USDT and Ton as a currency of payment, previously you had to do like a custom integration, and it was painful and difficult, and you would just drop off almost immediately. So we are solving this for merchant developers who want to build solutions to sell to Ton asset holders. Principally, we see the first kind of surface Telegram mini apps, but above and beyond that, we also see like the web, because there's another big surface that we can explore. We have registered a lot of interest in this space, so we believe there is a product market fit, and we'll kind of hopefully in the months to come be able to share a lot more in terms of the uptake. Does it answer your question?
Yeah, no, it does, right? Because I think a lot of people haven't been on that end of where they need to have a product that they are trying to sell something, or service to sell to a user, right? Most of the questions has come from the general community, but I just want them to understand it a little bit more. And I think there are still some other things we haven't mentioned. Now, how are the on-ramps?
Yeah, so we are, enabling a on-ramp solution for this as well. I believe it's ready or almost ready, or to be launched. And we are collaborating with MoonPay for sure, and hopefully a few others as well. We see this as a way for let's say NFT marketplaces to use this in the flow as well. And then we're also going to partner with these players in different regions to help merchants off-ramp, right? So to make it simple for merchants, you work with a third-party provider who touches and kind of conducts regulated flows, whether it's custodying the funds, off-ramping into fiat, or transferring to your bank account. Obviously, the foundation as such is never going to engage in commercial projects like those. We're just here to provide the infrastructure and tooling for others to deliver, and of course find the right partner who can use the tooling to bring it to the broader community. So that's definitely I believe like done, ready / like almost ready. And we are hoping to find the right partners to help us grow this in every region. So if you are interested to do this and you have a strong merchant base and a strong Ton community, and you're on this call, please reach out and we'll be happy to talk to you.
Wow. You heard the man, everyone.
One question, for you, Nicola. Maybe I will caught you out of guard, but what would be for you, the dreaming integration or the dreaming partner here? Don't choose don't be biased, but what would be your dream to see? Which brand, which product, which merchant to integrate TonPay?
Streaming services. I think that Telegram is one of the few or only remaining social media platforms which is not employing hard censorship on various kind of streaming platforms. And I'm not talking here about just regular streaming platforms, or regulated ones which give you access to sports or different events, or even to creators as such. And I think this is a great opportunity to give them like a ready solution, almost like if you're a traditional e-com business, you can go to Stripe and you can have everything like their solution for incorporating a company, back-end kind of accounting, reconciliation, payouts to suppliers, and so on and so forth. We should be aiming to do the same for the kind of Web3 content creators somewhere in the wide world, using Ton and kind of using our partners and infrastructure to move funds kind of seamlessly anywhere. So this is, if you ask me for the dream type of partner, I don't have a name for you. I just have like a type of client. The second maybe dream client / kind of direction we would love to go is to partner with a big kind of e-commerce platform as well. We see this, we had some early conversations with platforms which have a footprint in Central Asia and CIS, but it can be anywhere. It can be US, it can be Latin America, it can be Asia, Africa. We think that there is a huge potential for e-commerce platform to deploy a solution like this as well. And we believe that, whether it's a web solution or a Telegram mini app, TomPay can really help them deliver value for their end users.
Thank you for answering. I think it gives also maybe a little bit more example of how TomPay can be integrated and which kind of product as a high level. Because even for me at first I was wow, the opportunities are endless. They are indeed, but yeah, it can explain to people how it can be done. The thing also that so far people haven't seen, but TomPay comes also with a portal, right, to admin all your account and things like that. So everything with that, you can also handle your business. We haven't shared too much about that, but it's not just a SDK, a payment process, but you have also all the infrastructure to handle your business, right, Nicolas?
Correct. If you're a merchant, you can opt into analytics services as well, which we can provide for you. It's kind of all publicly available data, but we have created a kind of overlay which abstracts the complexities for you as a merchant. You can see kind of how you're performing. That's available as well. And it really depends kind of what you want to do this business for and how advanced you are or how sophisticated you are as a merchant, whether you are very sophisticated or just starting out or like a one-man shop. We have everything kind of that you need, and we are hoping to get you business.
Yep. And Anton is asking also if charity and donation, obviously anything that can receive payment, you can do it. So totally, Anton.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We haven't spoken with any players in that space yet. I haven't seen all the inbounds. Maybe there are some there already. But if Anton has a project, we can talk to him kind of offline.
Yep. Anton, you just enlightened me because I spent 12 years of my life with charity and NGO, so maybe I can revive some of them to see if they would like to receive crypto. My wife is working on one of them, so maybe I have an intern alpha. I will try to work on that. But yeah, thank you, Nicolas, for joining. Dennis, I don't know if you have any other...
Honestly, I just wanted to do kind of a rundown, right? Because of the first initial question, I asked the difference between what normal Tom payment is for Tom Connect and Tom Pay. With Tom Connect, you can send, receive, of course, send payments, exchange, but at least with Tom Pay, there's an on-ramp. You can have an admin dashboard with analytics. There'll be an off-ramp for vendors, right? And all of this can come as a prepackaged service. If you were to go out there and try to do it with just Wallet Connect, or Tom Wallet Connect, you will have to be creating everything along the line. And I think this is a really, really great all-in-one solution, honestly. And I'm very happy that you built this.
For me, I have a lot of hair, but it's like what we say in shampoo, all in one. You have shampoo, before shampoo, after shampoo, everything in one. Take care, don't pay.
Can I get some of your hair, man? It's starting to disappear.
So, I can.
I see.
We'll give you a special package, Nicolas.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. VP, not buddy. Our VP. So thank you, Nicolas. It was a pleasure. I know that you are already busy, but thank you for taking this time. Have a beautiful end of your day and enjoy your weekend. Thank you again.
Likewise, guys. Enjoy the weekend. Take care.
Have a good day.
Cool. Bye. Take care. So it was good, no?
Yeah, that was honestly amazing. And look, it is the number one question I've been asked. Like, why? We have Tom Wallet Connect, right? We can just send payments to one person to another, but I don't think a lot of people realize how much needs to happen in the background. Or if you take a look at the infrastructure of, let's say an online shop, of what actually goes on in the background. And it's not just a button. That button comes with a lot. And that has all been built. It's been built for a lot of vendors. If anyone wants to use it, as we posted the Google form into the chat. Now, if you're not seeing it in the chat, you can go back and take a look at Tomcoin, Telegram, X. We've made some posts about Tom Pay. You'll be able to find the form there. So yeah, I think it's time to move on to the most exciting part of the show.
I really enjoyed what you say. Button with a lot of power. We can do a movie about that. Yeah. Nice. But yeah, I know I have seen a lot of weird a PFP profile picture, a lot of weird frogs, black or green, whatever. I've seen a DOM, not a robot, and I think they are all waiting for the same thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are all repeating all together, and I think we can. Should we let the beast in? I am not sure.
Oh, it's a scary one. Honestly,
Scary one.
I'm also not sure,
Yeah.
but I think
So
we have
let's
to.
go. Yeah, let's go next door. Or the community won't be happy. We had a promise, so we have to do it. Okay, so Dima, let the lion in or the frog in, please.
The lion frog.
The lion frog. Hello, Larry.
Hello, gentlemen. How you doing?
Easy
We
peasy.
are doing very, very well. Yes.
Excellent.
We can see the
Great
press,
show so
the
far.
media. Well, no, thank you very much. It's all there. Everyone's interviewing you. Wait, where is my microphone? I put it somewhere. Oh, it's already on your screen, apparently.
There you go. All right. Well, hey, thanks for having us. I appreciate it. Trying to get good at these streams. Gio's had us on a few times, so bear with me here because I'm not a professional like you guys. All right.
Oh,
But
we are trying our best, bro.
so I'm here to talk about Groip, obviously. One of the we like to say the oldest living meme coin on Ton. But aside from a meme coin, you're talking to builders here, so we'll focus on the stuff that we're building for Ton users, and honestly for all crypto users. I don't know. Do you guys want to go through? Should you share my screen and we can kind of?
Yeah, but Larry, because we know each other, for a long time. We have met together. We have done crazy stuff that we won't share here to the public. But we know each other for a long time. But I guess what I like to, what I would love also, to show to people is that meme coins are not only for DGen and to IQ people, right? You have what I love to say, professional DGen. And meme coins people can be smart, they can be stupid, but they can be super smart, right? And
of course,
yeah, there are different kind of meme. The meme, can speak to itself. You don't have to build stuff. But at least from my point of view, when I see a meme coin attached to a team of builders, it blows my mind. So, and I think that's why also you are here today, because you have done really cool stuff, and you understand that Ton can grow as an ecosystem on its own. That's great. But if we can also vampire attack different ecosystem and bring awareness from Solana and others, it's great. It's a win-win for everyone, right? The Solana people
Absolutely.
will learn about the NFTs, the gift, and so on. And the Ton ecosystem will grow in terms of users, but also in liquidity. So we really enjoy at Ton Foundation what you are doing. So that's why also we invited you right now. And but maybe explain to us, how you end up, degening in on meme coins, and then present what you have built.
Sure. Yeah. So I mean, I've been in crypto for, oh gosh, it's going to be 9 years now. So 2017 is when I got in. I've been on Ton almost exclusively since early 2024, which is when I came out and met you guys. We were in Dubai, and then we were in Bangkok hanging out, having a good time. But yeah, so I'm just a degen and slowly morphing into some sort of builder, I guess. But I can't take all the credit for everything that's being built here. We have two guys that are very talented, and it just kind of happened. It just kind of happened. This is like a legitimate CTO of a meme coin, and then a couple of the guys, the group that formed to kind of take over the project. We just happen to have one guy who's a very good developer, and he also has a marketing business development background. And then we have another guy who's a great artist. He's the one that made the NFT collection for us. Makes a lot of stickers and different art to keep the community engaged and everything. And just a lot of guys who have been on Ton, for 2 years, 3 years, who are really well connected within the community, and then outside the Ton community as well. So I wish I could tell you it was some kind of grand plan, but it just kind of happened. and and so far it's going great. Our main goal with GroupFi is to the previous guest, Sahil, he mentioned how DeFi can be it can be confusing, right? Because there are all these different functions to do, right? You can trade on chain, you can do cross chain swaps, you can trade perpetual futures. You know, there's lending, staking, all this stuff, and it can be overwhelming. And there's a learning curve, especially when you come to a new chain, because you have to learn, you know, which protocol is the best for lending on time, which protocol is the best for trading perps on time, because it's probably different than whatever other chain, you know, you were using before. So our goal was to take the best protocols that are currently, you know, functional on time, and put them all together in one website. So you don't have to go to 8 or 9 or 10 different websites, connect your wallet to all those different websites. You just have one site, GroupFi.io, one wallet connection, and you can access all of that vetted infrastructure straight through our front end.
Hmm.
So literally anything you want to do. And if there's something that we don't have yet, we're working on it. And if we're not, let us know, and we'll add it to the list.
You know, when so thank you for this explanation. It shows to the people that you know, you have a professional team behind also that Grayup as a professional team behind the project and behind the community that is shipping. That's super nice. What you just mentioned, you know, I don't know. I have an image when you tried to have a picture in my head when you tried to explain that you are basically the Lord of the Ring of crypto, one ring to all them own them all, and here you have one website to do everything at the same time, right?
There you go. I love it.
You will give me some credit on your website if you use that, right? But yeah, you know, the live stream or the screen is yours.
Okay,
Sorry,
great.
Dennis? You said
want to
something,
say-
Dennis, or not at all?
I was gonna say one website to rule them all.
Yes,
Wow,
exactly.
that is very great.
We cannot see your screen, Larry.
Yeah, we can.
You cannot?
It's all good. It's up.
I
No, no,
can.
no.
I like to joke. I had to
Oh, you
make
can-
you to do.
Oh, yeah. We overcame some technical difficulties here before the show started, but
Yeah.
we're good now. So
Even
here
I
we
thought.
are.
But yeah, sorry, Larry. Go
Um,
ahead.
No worries. So here's just like your basic swap. You know, you want to trade any type of coins on time. We have a router aggregated, so you don't have to worry about going to the, you know, StonFi, DDoS, Tonko. You can just come here. Your orders get routed to wherever the best liquidity is, and you'll consistently get, you know, the best pricing and the best fills. We also just recently threw on Solana here, so you can actually trade some Solana coins as well. But we won't spend a lot of time on that. So that's just your basic swaps. No need to go to a website anymore. It's all right here. We have a terminal, which is kind of like your place to go to do some research. You can kind of see what coins are trending, that sort of thing. You can also you can just buy right here from this page as well. Super easy. And again, this is the only site you need. You don't have to go anywhere else to look for what's hot or what's, you know, up a lot or down a lot or whatever. We're all right here. We have cross chain swaps. So if you want to go from Solana or Ethereum or wherever into TON, you can do that here. No wallet connections needed for that. We have perpetual futures trading, which is, you know, very popular for the degens anyway. For the degens, and this is all powered by Storm Trade, so reliable backend here. We even have a fiat on ramp, so if you want to get some fiat currency from wherever you're from into TON, you can do that here as well. We have NFTs, so you can purchase NFTs right from here. You don't have to go to Get Gems. You can lend, borrow right here. This is powered by EVAA. And then we have staking as well. that's not quite degenerate. That's a little more safe and sound, I suppose. But we have it nonetheless. And then we have a socials page, which we just updated quite a bit. So here's all your TON news. We have a bunch of Telegram channels that pipe into this. I think some Twitter feeds as well. So you can stay up to date on the stuff that's most relevant, to the TON ecosystem. Some things that are coming
That's
soon.
super nice. And even, sorry for interrupting you, Larry, but this social page, it can be also super helpful to our moderation team or our community team, Dennis, right? Because you are monitoring, we are already monitoring a lot of channels, maybe some from here, but it's an additional stuff, right?
No, it's honestly really good, and I like to see that it's both. It's got a bit of English and a bit of Russian as well on there, right? It's you definitely guys built the one website to rule them all. You can definitely say that. I think we do have some questions from the audience though. Halil has asked, who are you using for the on-ramp?
The on-ramp is 1 second here. This is Uniramp.
Okay. And
So,
also he asked if you have liquid staking.
Liquid staking, that I do not know. That's going to be a question for Mikey. I'm not too familiar with staking in general, to be honest.
But Anton on the audience said yes, it's liquid staking with Ton Staker, so maybe he knows.
Okay. Which makes
but
sense.
Halil, well, we'll let you know, if because Halil is come, it's the Halil that we know, the well-known, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
We have
a legendary guest. That's good.
Yeah.
Right, nice.
But listen, the one thing I really do like is that what you've done here, guys. Yes, you've made the all-in-one website, but you've taken different parts of the TON ecosystem with different TON-based projects like Stormtrade, TON Stakers. Of course, you're routing through DDust and Stormfly, right? It's I presume for your NFT trades, right? Was that built out infrastructure on your own, or are you using infrastructure from one of the marketplaces?
For the NFTs, I'm sorry.
For the NFTs. Yeah.
The NFTs, it just relies on get gems.
Well, there you go. And NFTs is on get gems, right? So what you've done is you've literally pulled the best of the best for each of the narratives to put it all into one website, and that's exactly what how builders should support other builders. Some builders build the infrastructure, other builders build it all in one place and use their infrastructure and place it in. This is really, really good.
And Larry,
thank you.
Would you mind show to the audience, the flow for the NFT? Because what blew my mind was that, okay, you can buy with Ton everywhere, but here you can also buy NFTs and give directly with Solana, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely. So that's a feature called, can you still see?
Yeah, gifted marketplace. We saw it quickly.
Here we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, gifted.markets is one of our products. And this is, so the idea with everything on GroupFi is kind of to tailor towards TON native users or people who are coming over to TON, kind of want to get their hands dirty in the ecosystem. To try to bring some of that liquidity over for people who are a little more hesitant. People get comfortable on chains. So Solana traders only want to use Solana. Ethereum guys only want to use Ethereum, right? So they don't necessarily want to bridge over and learn a new ecosystem. But the Telegram gifts, obviously, they're in the news quite a bit, right? People are spending. I think someone just spent $200,000 on a plush Pepe the other day, right? So those things are making waves outside of the TON ecosystem. So we were looking for a way to try to quickly bring some of that liquidity over. So we built this, and very quickly, you can just come in here and you can select. Let me see. Like we just added like anonymous numbers. That's another one that kind of all of crypto knows Telegram's anonymous numbers. So this one kind of speaks to every crypto chain that's out there. You can pick a number.
Oh, yeah, you go.
Right. And then you can buy it directly from Solana, Ethereum, or Base.
Okay.
And very simply, you just enter a TON address, click here, and then it'll give you an address where to send your USDC to. No wallet connections needed. And then our backend takes care of everything from there. And in a couple minutes, the NFT's in your TON wallet.
Super interesting. That's, in my opinion, because you are touching a good point. Even for a crypto native, it's always boring to bridge, right? To recharge, not get wrecked, and to think about that. And sometimes you don't want to miss the train. The NFTs, we know what is it about, but it's too complicated. Or you just have to create a wallet. You don't move your fund, and here you buy the asset that you want from any chain, and you start exploring TON without the struggle, right? That's really interesting. But also you can bridge here on your website, on other website also. But for me, when I saw that, I said, okay, these guys at least get it, because sometimes I see a product that are only building on one echo chamber, and here you are trying to expand and to grab attention for the other ecosystem, for the benefit of the ecosystem that you are building, aka TON. So I really enjoy this kind of smart vampire attack, if I can name it like that. But it's super interesting.
It's really cool, and I think there's still people who don't kind of realize how this works. And what I mean by this is that this Solana, let's say if you were to purchase one scared cat right now, will be converted into TON and then bought with TON. It's not that users just use Solana to buy TON. It still goes into the TON ecosystem, which is great. So it is technically a swap and taking liquidity out from Solana chain, putting it into the TON chain, and then buying the gifts on chain, which is amazing. And it's honestly, it's been one of the most unique products I've seen released recently, especially around gifts. Right, very, very good. I would suggest,
something.
Yeah. So he suggests something about the previous when we're looking at GropeFi. But I would suggest on here would be, if this is the place that people go, let's say from other chains, to come and buy Telegram gifts, is to add a little bit more information, point towards channels that talk about gifts, to point towards groups, because if this is going to be one of the main entry points into the ecosystem, of TON and gifts, there should be some more information around it, of course. But I'm not sure. Maybe you're building that out. Maybe that's next in the pipeline. But if not, it could be good.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. We could maybe do like a socials tab here, like we have on GropeFi, and it could all be, gift oriented. That's a great idea. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's true. And that way, because when you ape on something, even Bitcoin, back in the days you were going on Bitcoin Toll Forum, maybe now on Ethereum you go to a Discord. But when you want to buy something, normally you try to dig the ecosystem. You go either on their Discord channel, their X community, or obviously, and I hope now nobody is all dated and they have all the Telegram channel. So you go to the Telegram channel and you feel the vibe, right? So here it could be the same. And we have, the Plush Pepe Telegram Discord. You have plenty of different communities, and maybe it could be good, to feature some different group for people to feel the vibe and to just join and make their choice after.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. I love it. Thank you, guys.
Cool. So I guess normally we're planning.
Do you want to mention the suggestion from Halil?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I'll read it.
So what Halil did suggest in terms of GropeFi is it's great to have an all-in-one tool, but from my understanding, what his comment is, it will be good if there will be something else on top, right? So he said, for example, if you can see my wallet, you gave me a suggestion of what to do next. Stake my TON, raw liquidity into a pool. What's going to be the outcome of that? Because I do understand his point. When I go onto GropeFi, let's say I'm new to the ecosystem, there is so much on there that I don't know where to start, what to do. You have to start exploring on your own. You have to, kind of get interested in it, of course, and explore it. But if there was a way, let's say, to suggest you want to do liquid staking through this, and then take the TS TON and stake it somewhere else, that would also be a really, really cool example and a way to kind of just point people into the different parts and what they can do, right? Because it's great putting it in front of them, but sometimes people can be lazy.
Sure, yeah. No, that's a great idea. We'll add that to Mikey's list as well.
Come on, Mikey.
next time we'll have Mikey, because with Larry, coming alone into this call, the list of things to do for Mikey is filling and filling. So next time we'll have him, and maybe we'll say, no, shit idea, yes, great idea, and he will filter on his own, right?
Yeah, he might get
We'll
mad at me
say
when I
that
get back
option.
to the chat.
You sure he's not
Exactly.
watching right now? He's probably like, oh, why is he doing this?
But now that Larry have said that in public, he cannot go back, right? So that's the thing about live stream.
That's true. Hopefully he's not too mad at me.
Yeah, I don't think he is. You presented super well, and you have done a good job, a good product, so it's easy to present. But yeah, thank you, Larry. I don't know if you have any words to say, to comment, any actuality or news to share, like every of our guests have done before. The floor is yours.
Oh, thank you. No, the next big development here from us would be our Launchpad, which this is the main focus of Mikey for the past few weeks, and kind of full time the past probably week or so since the NFT collection came out. So we're looking to have this live. I'm not sure. I don't want to say when. I won't say when, but soon. we're still undergoing some final testing. But ideally this becomes the hottest launchpad on Ton, and we can start getting some action, some trade volume, and kind of get everyone excited again. And same idea here. It's kind of got some news piped into here. Because if you're familiar with Pump Fun or any of the other kind of serial launch pads where there's so many tokens being created, a lot of them are based on news headlines. So he had the idea to just pipe news right into this page. So you can kind of pull this up and you can be inspired to to launch a token. But yeah, so this is the next big thing, and we'll have this out as soon as it's fully functional and safe to use.
Thank you. Beautiful. I see that you guys never stop. I don't know how you do that with only so few people in your team, but yeah, I know that you are a hard worker, and thank you for coming, Larry. It was a pleasure to have you, mate.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. I appreciate it.
See you, bro.
Thank you very much,
guys.
Larry.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of the day.
You too.
Yeah, it was good. No, it was a good one, Dennis, right? Look, the frog doesn't want to leave.
No. He jumped right back into the action.
Exactly. Nice episode. I hope everybody liked it.
Honestly, it was a good fun. We covered quite a bit of topics today, actually. It just shows you how much tech is really going on this year when it comes to Ton, right? So much being built. App kit, wallet kit, AI agents have come out of nowhere and they've taken over, and hopefully they won't take over the world, right? We also had GrapeFi with everything that they've built. We've had Nicola presenting Tom Pay. Just honestly, it's tech upon tech upon tech.
And we have a lot of weird PFP with all these weird frogs that are here. Thank you for being here, guys. It's good to have the whole community here. I hope you will come back next time, even if Larry is not here, right? And yeah, if you want to see other projects or maybe other speakers from Ton Foundation, even from the ecosystem, I don't know, maybe Halil, or maybe other people, from Top, from other ecosystem, just ping them, and we'll try to contact them and to invite them. But this place is also your place, not just for us to share news, but for the whole ecosystem to come to speak and to try to interact with you all. So yeah, it was good. As people say, I am too old, but yeah, it's a big win, right? So yeah.
W stream, W grow. That's
exactly. I'd like to close it, Dennis.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a good rest of the day. We'll see you on the next Ton Real Talk.
See you. Bye-bye.